Hello, my lovely Geminis, and welcome back. That full moon in Gemini definitely had me redoing, refining all the videos I've made. I'm like, no, hold back. Just listen, Gemini. I can't talk. My throat and my nose started, and the purging started. So if you're purging right now, my fellow Geminis out there, welcome in. I'm here to tell you, confirm, yeah, me too. So you could either be pooping your brains out right now, vomiting, crying, but whatever this full moon is doing, it is purging out of our all systems go, because this is a major wrap up. This full moon, and I'm speaking to you as a Gemini, that's who I am. So I'm just going to go with it, and I'm just going to breathe and slow down. I don't know how long this video is going to be, but you know the messages I'm giving you are going to be from now to the wrap up of 2023. Yeah. So this is going to be all for December. So trust this message will find you when it's meant to. So thank you all. I hope that you've all had a wonderful, happy harvest, right? Gathering together. This is when we find peace, and not until then. Not until we come into unity consciousness, right? Thanksgiving was a wake-up call for many of us. This full moon was definitely a time where it was messy. There was energies that were messy around it, but we're going to talk about it. But I love this little thing. I've got it by my kitchen window, and I'm going to keep it because my daughter was like, no, let's put it away. It was for Halloween. Well, actually, no, it was more for Thanksgiving. It's about being grateful. And we used the word gratitude throughout the whole holiday of how grateful we really are to come together, to know that we won't always be here, you know. I'm a mother. I have children, you know. God willing, I go first. But to lose a loved one, sometimes they're not always there now, are they? Like my mom and dad wasn't with me gathering together, but at that table in spirit they were, right? And my grandmother, Dolores Duda, God rest her soul, that was her birthday, the 24th, so happy birthday to the one and only. I love you with my heart and soul. Gathering together, how important that is for us, Gemini. You know, the light of love. And this is funny. This popped out of my closet, my old papers, and it says repeat 3 times. So this is if you are here and you know that you're present, and this is what I wanted to say. I started the meditation off. You could fast forward this if you don't have the patience, but there's a little blessing here for the full moon. And you could start clockwise into position from 12 p.m. if you wish. Right now I'm facing east, okay? Yeah, so I have my sacred space facing east. You can start at 12 o'clock and you can send out this blessing in the name of Jesus Christ, Yeshua, our beloved. These are the words I use for my relationship with Christ. The light of love surrounds you. The light of love enfolds you. The power of love protects you. The presence of love watches over you. Any energy or entity of low vibrational, insidious vibration, you shall not pass, you shall not pass, you shall not pass. So there's a major wrap-up going on here with this full moon for us. I've taken some time out, but if you want to say that, you can say it 3 times. I usually do things in 3s. Now, why is 3 so significant for us Geminis? Well, we're the 3rd zodiac sign on the wheel. It starts off with Aries from the east. Aries is the ram, right? Gemini, we are also known in Latin as Castor and Pollux. You can look for this in Acts chapter 28. You will find the zodiac sign of Gemini. If you take the Bible literal, a lot of you aren't going to like what I'm going to say, but if you're ready, for those who are ready, if you take the Bible literal, like Bill Donahue said, like I take out the time to sit and listen, and I listen with discernment on everything that comes to me, but not until you're in that stage of learning will you understand it. Like Bill Donahue came to me about 10 years ago. I wasn't ready. I heard him, but I didn't yet understand it. You know, it's hard to define the words, right? To say what the choices that we have to make now. But for my fellow Geminis, I already know that this wrap up of this year is one of the most enlightenment times in your life. And like however old you are, it doesn't make a difference if you're in your 20s. You have awakened. You are not asleep anymore, you know? So Gemini, we are mutable energy. That means we're adaptable, we're changeable. That means we can change the way we think about whatever it is that we think, right? So a lot of you, like, you're realizing, yeah, you are the messenger of God. We are the messenger that God uses us as a vehicle, right? So the Holy Spirit fills us with this love for communication, for relationships, for taking hands-on projects when it comes to the internet, when it comes to news, the multimedia. We speak about our values. We speak about our union with God, Christ, however you call it, whatever you call it. But the coming together that's here is to gather together that information. Can we sit down, all different, from all countries, all lands, foreign and near neighbors? Can we have a civilized conversation? Because the full moon rules communication. See? A lot of you are not speaking. Your throat chakra is blocked because you're holding this all in. But this is about coming together in alignment with a choice. Gemini represents a choice. It also symbolizes duality. It's the twins, left brain, right brain. It's about polarities, hot and cold, up and down, as above, so below. Polarities. The whole world has bipolar. We live in a universe that's bipolar. It's either hot or cold. It's either night or day. That's how it goes. It's either left or right. So the world that we live in, the universe, has a polarity. Gemini, we also rule that decision making when it comes to making a decision head over heart. Some people say we're heartless. It's because we are in the mind. We have a way of leaving our heart. It's like we don't come back down here in our heart. We stay in our head. So we're connected with healing fast, moving on. It's like we're adaptable, we're changeable. You know, we're ruled by Mercury. We're very flexible people also. We can make our way any corner of earth you put us in. We're going to be happy, you know. For us, we're like bringing the pixie dust with us, like Tinkerbell. So you're always being guided by God, Source, Creator, Gemini. Always, okay? Castor and Pollux. Let's speak about this. This is a mystical message here because the Bible is a mystery. It is a mystery. The Bible was written in the stars before it went from pen to paper. So the moon, to me, this is what I took down in my meditation, and I wrote this down. This is when the lower mind meets the higher mind, the duality, the polarity. There is only one place that has free will, and that is the mind. Now, this is my perception. It doesn't have to be yours. But I'm going to say that again. I believe that there's only one place that has free will, and that is the mind. Like, you're free to think what the fuck you want to think. Excuse my French. It's also, the mind is free to do what it wants to do, what it wants to believe. Gemini full moon is an activation of the lower mind to transmute the attachments to deep psychological mental issues, because we represent the mental, the mind. The lower mind is attached to the physical world, the three-dimensional. It does not wish to leave the earth plane. It doesn't know it is in the lower plane, which can consist of havoc and disorder. The lower mind is attached to fear and ego and doesn't want to ascend to higher mind, which is consciousness. Let me say it again. Which is consciousness, being conscious and aware that you are taking your instructions directly from God. It's you and God. It's not us and God. It's you and God. It's me and God communicating consciously, okay? So if I'm saying, let me go back to this part, because I just, conscious connection to God, to Source. which I call the cosmos, and so do many others. It consists of so much more that we have to learn. They are the cosmos, like in the monks and the Buddhas, right? Buddhism and monks and namaste. Namaste means for the Buddhas, they're the most peaceful people around, and the monks and those who devote their whole lives to shutting up. Why? Because they're the listener. And everything is energy. So the energy that they're filled with is filled from source. So there's a lot we have to learn. My ears are on fire. So we're getting a download right now. When you are connected to God and when you are consciously aware, it's all about meditation. Like God says, seek me alone. Like when Jesus Christ, our Lord, calls you, he calls you. You can go seek all you want until most of you've been called. There's people that will seek him. He says, knock and you shall find. All these words that mean it's walking as if we are Christ. How do you walk? Do you walk in the footsteps of Christ, where he said that we will do much more bigger things in this world because we're doing it through God, right? So how does that go? That means vessel. Our body is the vessel. Our body is the church, if you want to use mysticism from the Bible. Every time you read church, think about it as your body, your vessel. So the moon is reflecting upon where we are as a collective. This is a wrap-up, right? It's about our belief systems and having a reality check that's going on here, okay? I feel that most of my Gemini collective, you've already faced the shadow side. And we're going to go ahead and see, because I feel as a collective, like I've been on here for 3 years and my Geminis support me wholeheartedly. They're my most highest number. Like, thank you for the 34,000. I'm like blown away. Like we went over to 33, right? So for me, numbers in numerology mean everything. I wanted to point out this is a little gem for you during the full moon of what came in for me as I watched Bill Donahue's Gemini. All you got to type in on YouTube. I put it in my community tab. I put it in my community tab where I gather information, and I'll just throw it out there for whoever has the time to invest in knowing more about yourself. Gemini, if you want to know who you are, go look at Acts chapter 28, verses 11. And it'll mention in Latin, which is Castor and Pollux. It's in the stars, the constellation of Gemini, right? And if you think about it, he even says for 3 months, well, we're the third zodiac sign. We're actually the first air sign of the zodiac. And Gemini, the twins represent that male, female, right? We all have feminine and masculine qualities within our vehicle. The pineal gland was male and the pituitary gland is feminine, he says. He says, in ancient cultures, the name constellation also was known in Greek as Christos, and it's called the Christ oil, or rather, the constellation that in ancient times, was named Claustrum. Claustrums. So claustrum, the holy sacred oil, the place where he comes to the right hemisphere. Just as Jacob said, I saw the face of God in my pineal gland. This is your third all-eye seeing, going through a Christ awakening. You're coming to the seat of the soul. That means that comes to you and God face to face, what we're getting. So, and he also mentions in this chapter about Paul's arrival at Rome after 3 months. So there's another numerology message, number 3. Third, once again, Gemini, Castor, and Pollux. You can go ahead and do your own research. I hope this helps you to understand that the mysteries of the sacred words in the Bible, you already know, Gemini, because we are lovers of we're lovers of language. We're lovers of knowledge. This is what we have, our gifts, our abilities, our skill sets are of higher learning. So let this full moon soak in, because we're wrapping up a lot of old beliefs now. You know, the full moon is a whole new beginning that's here to calm the mind, okay? And how did it go like this? And also, we are in right now retrograde shadow from the 26th that started. So slow down, Gemini. We need to slow down. Mercury retrograde will be happening on December 13th, okay? And it will take us through the new year. We're going to be retrograde. There's going to be a lot of redo, a lot of refining. Like if this is your baby, your business, your project, and you're starting off on a new business that you've already started, but you want to go back and learn some more, be my guest. We're all in on it. And I want to give a shout out to my fabulous partner, Mary Ellen, who we work together, two fellow Geminis, local here in Las Vegas. And I was so happy to hear that we are definitely taking some time out during December. So that is to work on making everything better, right? To bring in the qualities of the crystal healings and to bring in more messages. I mean, she's so fascinating. Yeah, I can't even see. So I am having a third eye, kind of like, I'm feeling like that feeling of woozy headache, feeling you could be feeling this. But remember, Gemini, let's see what wants to come out. Let's start with the wisdom of the oracle. I'll get a few cards. I don't really want to make this long, but this is for my lovely Gemini. So Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Soul group. I'm talking to a psychic here. I'm talking to an astrologer. I'm talking to a sound healer. You see, for many of us, like I said, when I've already been studying what Christ has taught me. It's not going to be your traditional way of healing the things that he talks about. He shows you new ways. Like if you're listening to Santiago beats, bilateral beats, and you're listening to the high frequency, by all means, stay away from the 440 hertz frequency. That's jacked. That's jacked up to the matrix to keep you feeling low and down and not good enough. You got to raise that frequency. So I play YouTube in my house daily with high frequency. I've been playing the 963 hertz. That's for you to connect to God directly. Like if I'm having a problem with people, places, or things, I'm going to go to the head. I'm not going to go to the tail. So this is time for us to go to the head, right? Go to the head. I love you, my beloved. So you got God that wants to have a word with you. Sit down, relax. Number 4, once again. This is a blessing that's coming in when you get this awakening. So it's going to cause your third eye. Now, when I say the third eye, it's that rising energy that's coming from the lower chakras, the lower brain, that comes up to reach the seat of the soul where you can see God face to face. And the key is you're getting your instructions. So this will instruct our way forward. This is about sit tight, get your pen and papers, Gemini, and write it down what's coming in. You're connected to God, source, creator, the cosmos. This is direct connection. You see, religions don't like you to believe that. They want you to believe that you need to go to someone else to connect with God. You don't have to. I know no weapon formed against me is going to prosper. For those who might want to come against me, listen, I got people that come against me on a daily basis, my family. I'm the black sheep of the family. So they're not going to like that. You can go directly to God and receive instructions, right? Higher power, source creator, energy, Gemini. This full moon is activating your third eye. So you can drink a lot of water. Don't make plans that you won't be able to keep. Because this kind of higher power energy, I'm feeling it already. These are messages that you need to be right now spending time alone. You need to be writing, just like I did. So we're connecting, right? And to Treasure Island, and it's ripping. I need to get a new deck, I'm sorry. Anyways, number 9. So number 9 in numerology would be the 144,000. In numerology, you would total that 1 + 4 + 4 = 9. If you do the number on 9, like 9 times 1 is 9, and etc., keep totaling the numbers. You know what I mean? It always comes out to a 9. 9 is the number of God, Christ, consciousness. It's also the number of hermit. So the hermit in the tarot represents the sign of Virgo. It's the house of bread. So when you look up astrology with the Bible, it's the house of bread, number 9. This is the house of bread. It's where we commune, okay? Now, this is a sign. There's a spirit message here. Go look up what is the meaning of a tortoise. That's very important. That's for your download. Because there's a treasure island that lies within us. Like I was saying, the body of water is our vehicle, okay? We go with the ebbs and the flows here. The treasure is the gifts that we are having that are being awakened. Like you're going to be receiving a blessed gift here, Gemini. Like I'm not kidding, okay? And it's going to awaken you to the foundation that you are to create. Treasure here. So this is a treasure within the gifts and the words, the talents, the skills, the information that you share out there about letting each and every one of us know that God is within. He already signed, sealed, and delivered. It's in our DNA, and it said that it says, eternal God is within me, and it's written, and so it shall be done. That's what God says. I am who I am. So he's basically, the I is activating you, your third eye, Treasure Island. Number 9 and number 4 is here. Yeah. Ooh, and like I said, major wrap up, time to go. So this activation, Gemini, is where you're going to know the direction. You know already. You're like, if somebody asks you, well, what do you want? You already know what you want. So go fit it. Go get it. Time to go. Bye. Hasta la vista. She's climbing the stairs, right? So when she's climbing the staircase, that means you're getting promoted in this world and in the next. So you're being promoted. You're being highly ranked because of why, Gemini? This gift that God is giving to you now, Gemini, tells me there's a major wrap up. You got another 9. You got another 9. So your life's going to be totally different by September of next year with the 9s. Now, you can go look up what is the message of the 9-9, okay? Because that's what I'm seeing here. And I'm also seeing number 43, a deep knowing. Your spirit animal is the owl. So you could look up what is the spiritual meaning of the owl. Okay, look at how beautiful that picture is. The sun and the moon, right? Like we're never alone. The cosmos supports us. Like the sun will always rise and the moon will always light our way in through the darkness, right? We're never in complete darkness. This is that polarity once again, okay? You are a psychic. You are definitely having, like Gemini, you are unbelievable, the information that you hold. So this is knowledge, wisdom, deep knowing. Virgo it goes to the house of bread. So for me, on a mystical level, bread means your communion. It means it's not an actual bread. It's your commune that you receive from on high. So this is about put honey on your tongue. Yin energy. Just put honey on your tongue. 3 scoops of honey a day for you. Because then when you do that, there's going to be you alignment to soulmates, soul groups, connections coming together. 2 penguins, they say when these 2 mate, they mate for life. I think like 150 some years, right? They mate for life. Look up some of these animals. I'm not wonderful with animals yet, but I know that I need to start watching more of this because there's a deeper message. So I'm only giving you the key. Through me, it's being channeled, this message. Don't shoot the messenger. Go look up. What does it mean to see a penguin? What does it mean to see an owl? Look up these messages. And this is a message in the bottle that's coming long time, okay? It's a stork. For some of you, congratulations. You're receiving great news here. For some of you, you're very fertile in energy and soulmates. For some of you, you will be reconnecting and bonding, and there's a soulmate baby that's on its way. Soulmate message in a bottle. They have a saying, and this is one of my favorite astrologers. I forgot her name. I got to put her out there. And she's ahead. So I'm going ahead already to January because I'm already on that, knowing that right now, this energy is going to take us to January 2nd. So the message in the bottle means let the tide come back in now. So during retrograde, it would be a time to slow down when you're making major deals because this is a treasure baby that you got. Like I felt, you are a treasure chest of knowledge and wisdom to share. Deeper knowing, yin energy too. You are somebody who's got this gift because you're an empath. You're very compassionate. You're very loving. You're very, like, I feel calm. You're peaceful. You're somebody here who needs to know, whether you're a man or a woman, stay in the yin energy. It's the softer side. So take some time for the retrograde to yourself, Gemini. You're about to receive a message that's coming in with the tide, okay? And it's got all stars lined up to it. It's written in the stars already, this message, what's coming to you, okay? However that message comes in. But it feels like during November, you set off on something here. You already put it out there, which was very good for you. Like, I feel you activated something already. Now, Spirit's saying, sit back and let it come to you. Slow and steady wins the race, right? Because the future where you're going now, Gemini, is going to produce, like, I feel, what? Happy harvest. That's what I'm picking up on. Happy harvest. Because you're harvesting now. You're receiving the abundance of the season. So it's a wrap-up. It's a feeling like whatever this is, for some of you, you could be taking off in a new direction. For some of you, this is spiritually ascending to that higher place, that higher mind. Deep knowing and inner knowing and high power and soulmates and yin and treasure island. This all speaks loads to me of the hermit. We have it. The hermit is a deep thinker, right? And that's what we are, okay? So where do I want to go with this message? Let me get the moonology. This is for my lovely fellow Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, North Node for today. So today is the 28th of November, day after this full moon. We're still in it, last at the last. Gemini. Soulmates can be connected to what's happening today. Venus is in the South Node, okay, which is past life. Okay, past life contracts. She's having a hot conflict over there right now, but she's the peace bringer. She brings diplomacy. She restores order. She's the peace bringer. There's a compromise. There's a peace that's coming here with this message. Let it bring peace to you, my fellow Gemini. I love you. So there's restoration going on here. Show me what the most important message is for Gemini. The energy is gaining momentum. Yep, it's building up. The energy is building up, gearing up for something big. I'm telling you, you're about to go. It's like, go, girl, go, right? I'm hearing, right? I know it's fun. You got to bring a little laughter into the deep knowing. We can't all be that serious and crazy, right? Because this is deep. Where you're going. I know. I can feel it. My ears are on fire. Work through the fears. Scorpionic energy. So Scorpio is like the transformation that's taking place, right? Now, the working through your fears, Gemini, don't be too picky or critical on yourself during this time, right? Because this is endings and new beginnings, okay? There's a reset, a balancing that's happening. For some of you, you're being redirected, okay? With this time to go, okay? It's like rejection is God's protection here. That's what I'm feeling. There is a message. Let's see what the message is from the angels. Ask angels. And this is for Gemini. From today to 28th, this is messages for December 2023 for the collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, North Node, Gemini. Gemini. You're being activated. There is an activation that you're receiving. And it's going to be like the cup of love. Two people coming together that share the same creativity. Two people that are soul partners, whether this is a soul partnership or a soulmate in love. Yin energy. It's where this treasure island lies within your heart, Gemini. You're attracting great love, Gemini. Yeah. There is a soulmate coming in. There's love here. Like I'm saying, with Venus in the South Node, you're healing it. You're definitely healing the past life karma. Yeah, and here I'm saying, Maya, Schooling and studying and education will help your life's purpose and your personal growth at this time. The angels will help guide and help you with this process. For a lot of you, you could be taking classes, going back to school, learning astrology, taking classes this winter. Here in the United States, it's winter. So like the sacred shapes are here, the sacred geometry, okay? So this is your connection, Gemini, okay? You have angels assisting you with your learning. So there's a new teacher that you have that's appearing. Yeah, and I believe I don't know how many years it is. I know it was after 8 years. One of my first instructor that I was connected to took me through the first 8 years. Now there's a new instructor that's going to come in. So this is a study of either philosophy, astrology, astronomy, sacred geometry, music healing, Reiki healing, connecting to the cosmos. Once again, Gemini, Maya, okay? Maya. The illusion will not be that illusion where you're making sense out of the Maya, right? For some of you, like I said, Daniel's here, and it says you will be assisted with marriage. I am assisting you right now. Stay in your heart and have it open to receive. Be open to this, Gemini. So you have the angel Daniel coming in. Like I'm feeling for 2024, a lot of you will be in a partnership that's meant to last, okay? So you have a date with destiny, especially with Venus and the energy where she is now, restoring and bringing peace to soulmate connections, okay? There's a restoration with the yin energy. Now, for some of you, Opal came out with a baby here, okay? For some of you, you had a miscarriage, I feel, or you lost a child dear to you. My heart and soul goes out to you. It says your children on earth and in heaven are happy and well cared for by God and the angels. Now, I am a mother, so I do concern my children here and in heaven. I want you to trust and lean into trusting that your children here on earth also, Gemini, are well cared for and protected by Source, God, Creator. Like I feel, Gemini, there's a feeling here of it's like a worry's lifting from you with the way she's going up the stairs. Let go of a burden or a worry and give it to God. That's what that feels like. Time to go. Give it to God, whatever's worrying you. Okay. And I'm going to get a tarot card for Gemini. Let's just get 3 cards for Gemini's current energy. Yeah, because I am seeing a major wrap-up of 2023, and you're ascending to a promoted level. Definitely. Highly honored, a deeper knowing. Like you have access to what's hidden behind a veil. You're a high priestess, okay? You're ascending out of the lower chakras. You're ascending. There's an ascension, man or a woman. Seek God on all things. Go directly to Source. You have an antenna. Gemini, we have an antenna. Directly to God. So, like I'm feeling for a lot of you. Look, 2 of Wands, you're about to go for it. You're about to go for it. You're just preparing. 2 of Wands. This is you in Sagittarius because this is where the bipolar and the opposites come, right? Because that's our Sagittarius is here for us and we're here. There's somewhere that you want to go and this is about networking. Like I said, we're about that, Gemini. This is about communication, travel, 2 of Wands, out there looking to make progress, making a decision, right? Expanding yourself, putting yourself in the foreign world, overseas, over waters, right? That's the kind of energy that's here, okay? There's a decision. 10 of Wands, letting go. Like I said, I felt this. Drop this worry, drop this resentment, drop the burdens, 10 of Wands. This is a major wrap-up, 10 of Wands. There's that. And there's that. Don't keep touching this scar, this scratch. Don't keep doing that. Don't keep going back there. Like I said, I have a rash, and it's been there. It's been freaking annoying me. And this 3 of Swords, with the devil energy and the 10 of Wands is you leaving the matrix, right? And you don't even see this, okay? It's like, Gemini, you've been so attacked and so persecuted, okay? It's like you don't even see what God is telling you. There's a blessing, and it's time to go. It's time to get rid of this false programming, this fear, right? Because the devil represents false information, fear. It brings fear. There's things you can't see, Gemini, that's been going on, like I felt, but Spirit sees it, okay? This is about releasing that lower mind that I'm talking about being in a place where this is self-imposed. It's feeling limited. It's feeling like I can't see a way out of something, feeling restrained, feeling stuck, feeling conformed. And it's like you keep scratching that sore. It's like it keeps getting you, and it keeps hitting a dagger. It's like heart, because the 3 of Swords with the devil energy and the 10 of Wands is, it's like you've had enough of this. This is a major wrap up here, okay? Like, and I heard somebody say this, and I forgot her name, and I heard it, and I posted it on Instagram. Yes, I am on Instagram. You could check me out. I always post on there daily, so you'll find out what I'm thinking of. But this is something like that. This is like an agent, you know, like the Matrix, and you feel like when somebody's coming at you, this one you don't see coming at you, okay? So be unaware, caution, Gemini. Like I felt you're carrying a lot. You're always saying, I got it, I got it, I got it. But there's somebody that's coming up in your energy that's an agent. Like the Matrix says. Like, you know, those agents, they could just jump into people, right? And take over. So there's somebody here that is trying to stop you when you've already put in the hard work. You already suffered for this 3 of Swords. You've already suffered. Now it's time to go. There's no waiting anymore. Hermit, number 9. Go to God and seek God on this, because God is going to tell you, Gemini, sit pretty with the 9 of Cups. Go into that hermit stage where you're alone, Gemini, and meditate and fill your cups up with holiness and happiness and joy and light, because you are receiving a great gift. Look, Chariot awaits you, my fellow Geminis. The vehicle, this is leaving the lower mind, Egypt, the Sphinx, left, right, hot, cold. The Chariot is a card of direction, determination, taking control, having victory, and gaining what? Balance, left brain, right brain. You see, the Queen of Cups is in a place of creativity when she's alone. When she's alone, she's dreaming, she's meditating, she's happy, she's good on her own. But that devil likes to feed off that energy. So when I see the Capricorn and the Cancer placement for some of you here, this is Cancerian, that's Capricorn, this is Virgo. You have somebody here that's feeding off of your energy. Even though you turned your back on them and you closed them off, they're starving here without you, and they're in big pain. And that energy is kind of like where you're picking it up intuitively here, because you're moving forward, Gemini. You're moving on. You are the one who's in touch with steering that wheel with that Chariot wherever it goes. Like you're breaking the bondage. That tells me with the Queen of Cups, you're breaking the karma and the trauma. This is a major wrap-up of the year. You're going to be doing a lot of waiting in December, and that's because Spirit don't want you to just move forward yet. You'll know when your ship comes in for you to go forward, and December's a slow month. So December's a time for refining, redoing, right? 3 of Wands, like I said, your ship's coming in. There's a message coming to you, but it's coming directly from Source, God, Creator, to give you your instructions on which way to move forward, Gemini. Stay in the yin energy. Stay to yourself, right? Don't tell anybody about your future plans, because you do have an agent around here that's trying to stop you, but they can't, because Spirit knows where you're meant to go. Now I just got a clear message. You'll know precisely. This is about the Pope card, religious beliefs. People that want to persecute you. Five of Swords. There's a bully here. You're being bullied for your beliefs. You got people here that got blood on their hands because they took the Bible literal. Literal. The Bible and every kind of a book, whether it's the Torah or whatever it is, right? It's all written in the stars first. God named each and every one of the stars. They have a name. But this is where we need to step out of this feeling of blood on people's hands because of their beliefs, and they're brought up in the way that they were with people persecuting, right? 9 of Wands. These are the wounds of the warrior who is a spiritual warrior, who refuses to stay in a mindset that brings conflict, tension, betrayals. It's like, how many people want to judge in my inner world? Me, sisters, brothers, aunts, uncles. Like, I'm the same person. I just have been learning. The 9 of Wands is a feeling of you don't trust them and they don't trust you. These are bullies who have blood on their hands, right? Because that dude's still holding those swords and you got a sword coming at you, 3 of Swords, right? Somebody's out to get you, Gemini, like I'm saying. But I feel because you have overcome this, you're much wiser now, Gemini, for you to go within because you already know this Hermit energy, right? There's somebody here, Gemini, who's very defensive of you. They're delusional. They blame you, like I'm feeling. You got people here that want to see you fail. They know you're working hard to break this generational curse and trauma. Like I just said, this was a hard message to go out. But if you're with me, Gemini, and you know where we're going in 2024, then you're with me. And if you're not with me, oh well, I can't. We have free will what to think, right? I'm not going to put my belief into an energy like this that wants to keep me bondage. Wherever they say you can't go, they put like the caution, don't go here, don't go there, right? And you don't see this, okay? Those that are asleep don't see the darkness, yet it's in front of their faces. All it brings is heartache and pain, like I said, because the devil is a false person. It's not even, not false person, that's crazy words. It's an energy of toxic, stuck, restrained, stuck in the matrix, right? You're not meant to be there. You're meant to fly, Gemini. And the devil's trying to keep you in a situation that only has repetitive cycles of this. And like I feel, Gemini, no. You are ascending. This is left brain, right brain. Now, I'm just going to see what I missed out on. This is your next chapter in your career. Hermit. So the Hermit to me, as Bill Donahue says, represents Moses going up to the mountaintop to seek God alone, right? This is a chapter of your life that's connected to higher consciousness, 100% Gemini. You are not confused. You are not in a desert anymore. You're breaking free from that carnal mind, the lower mind, the ego, the lower mind, the ego. And now you're breaking free from the carnal mind, okay? You're being redirected, Gemini, with the Chariot. But only you and God knows where you're headed. And don't tell anyone else. I'm going to leave that there. Happy holidays to those of you who celebrate. And yes, of course, I believe in Santa Claus. Claustrum, Santa Claus, the North Pole, right? The all-giving spirit of Santa, bringing in the spirit of joy, happiness, and love in Christmas. Yes, that's what we are, Gemini. So Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays. I love you. I'll see you. I won't be available this Friday, and I won't be available until the following week. So I will keep you posted. So those of you who are waiting on a personal, I will be back that next week. For a lot of you, get off the grid, take that vacation. It's time to go, like I'm saying. You'll be going to the mountains for some of you, relocating, traveling, But I do see whatever it is, it's great happiness and joy for you. So spend some time alone, like it's saying here, and just soak in all that yin energy. I love you bunches. Bye.